How often do you do this to avoid being distracted by your smartphone at work? According to a new study, just having your smartphone nearby, even if it's turned off, could affect your performance. Researchers at the University of Texas at Austin had more than 500 undergraduate students do tests, math problems, memorizing, completing patterns, to measure their cognitive function. While they were in the testing room, some of the students were allowed to have their smartphones face down on their desks. Others kept their phones nearby in their pockets or bags, and others weren't allowed to bring their phones into the room at all. In all cases, the phones were silenced. Even though none of the students could use their smartphones, those who had their phones physically close by performed significantly worse on the tests. The study authors say that's because people are so used to having access to the internet, apps, and text messages in the palm of our hands that the act of trying to ignore the smartphone sitting in front of us actually takes brain power, meaning there's less cognitive capacity left to devote to the task we're trying to complete. The researchers emphasize that this study looked at very specific cognitive tasks, and depending on what kind of work we do, having a smartphone could be particularly useful, especially if we're looking up information online. But the study authors suggest that we be conscious of the effect that smartphones can have on our brain power and think about putting them away every once in a while. Nicole Ireland, CBC News, Toronto.